my name, boy. I'm a 24-year-old making $100,000 a month online. So come with me for a little behind the scenes of what a typical Tuesday looks like in my life. And so today is gonna be pretty chill. Just have a couple of meetings in the afternoon, one with my accountant. We're probably gonna have to spend a fortune on taxes, but that's okay. There's only two things you can't escape in life: death and taxes, so whatever. Then after that, I have a meeting with my business partner. He's gonna go over some new strategies, specifically gonna talk over our paid ads plan, just because our organic content is killing it on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Now we're really gonna try to put some gasoline to this fire and run paid ads to get even more traffic and more eyeballs and attention. And then finally, number 3 is I have a coaching call with my inner circle students. So you're gonna see what that is in a bit. And don't worry, that's not a course, but it is something where I coach my guys live. Quite the day, but obviously that's in the afternoon. So in the meantime, I'm gonna hit the classic workout pool, hot tub sauna, steam room combo. So that being said, let's get into it. Let's go. So every morning I journal and talk to myself about the one thing that is top of mind for me. And so today I wrote about I feel like I'm always so impatient, right? Like I want to grow and scale my business ASAP to $1 million months, but everything I want to do and make major changes to, it always takes a lot of time. So example, I've been wanting to fix and improve my sales team since like October of last year. And now fast forward, what is it, like 3 months later, we finally got a good team that's closing deals. Right, that's 3 months right there. And so now that we have our systems kind of dialed, the next thing is bringing in more traffic, more attention. There's 2 ways to do that. Blow up on Instagram and YouTube, which I'm trying my best at. Instagram, I definitely have it more figured out, kind of, than YouTube. YouTube, I'm still trying to, figure out what works, what doesn't. Oh, and I also forgot to mention TikTok. And my TikTok, surprisingly, has been doing the best out of Instagram and YouTube. But yeah, even that, you can't really control 100%. Maybe that's just a limiting belief of mine. But yeah, it's like having the patience to keep getting better every video until eventually another video goes viral. And then also number 2 is we're trying to tap into more paid ads, but that's like a whole different game that I learned from yesterday from my boy Nathan. Apparently you can't combine organic stuff, like your organic pieces of content, and run them as ads. You have to actually have a whole new funnel, a whole new system, very purposeful ads to get your lead quality good. Lead quality is basically attracting richer people than broker people. Nothing's gonna change or happen overnight. It's like just the small improvements every single day. Like staying consistent on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, posting every day. And then in terms of these ads that I'm trying to learn, it's just trying to go through as much material as possible. And then once I have a clear understanding of what I think I should be doing, and it's actually executing and implementing. A ton of things to do. That's what makes this entrepreneurship journey exciting. There's always gonna be another little detail that you can get better, and over time, all those different details stack up and scales your business to the moon. So that's the ultimate goal with me, is I'm just using this software company that I'm building as like a learning experience to continue growing, see what it's like to actually reach $1 million a month, eventually see what it's like to sell a company. And then after that, like I could do whatever the hell I want in terms of starting any business, because by then I would have all the skills, experience, and knowledge to do so. So I know if I'm learning something new and improving every day, then you guys will be able to learn something new as well. So while I was walking, I was listening to some Facebook ads training. I guess you could call it meta ads now. It's kind of interesting because ads are very complicated. Like organic content, all you have to do is just, I don't know, make a post a day on Instagram and TikTok, and then boom, if one goes viral, easy. And if not, like posting's free, so you have no risk. With ads, it's like you have to test a lot of different variations. It's like a fucking scientific method back in middle school where you have to test the audience, you have to test the messaging, you have to test the creative, aka the picture of the video, test a different funnel, aka the website or the DM script that you're directing the ad to. A lot of things to learn, so there's a couple of thoughts that come into mind while going through the training. One is I don't even know if I want to do official meta ads in general. Like there's a guy named Jason Capital who used to do a very similar business model that we do. He made $2 million a month just through Instagram shoutouts. So instead of like having ads directly from Instagram or Meta,
Like, he would pay these influencer pages or these theme pages. You guys might have seen Wealth or Millionaire Mentor. He would just pay those pages to shout out his Instagram, whether to either follow his Instagram or to DM his Instagram a keyword. Then him and his DM team would convert straight through the DMs and close through the DMs with all those leads that those shout outs generate. So I'm thinking that might be the simplest way to scale, is just having someone else manage and buy the shout outs for us, and then we just close on all the leads. I'm also leaning toward that way because, again, it's already been proven by someone else before. The only concern is that Jason Capital did that like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. So I don't know if that works to this day right now, like 4 or 5 years later. Like, if we do go that route, there's two more choices I have to make. Like, do I just want to run Instagram DM ads to the same exact funnel that I've been doing this whole time, where I just tell people to come and cash your home, and then they get directed to my DM funnel where we close through DMs? Or do I want to listen to what all of these ads guys are saying, to run the ads directly to my free class SaaS webinar, or to a book a call funnel where apparently the lead quality is higher, but it does require me to make new ads because on my organic post it says to DM or comment instead of click this button or register with this link. So that's a challenge. And then two, if I do the book a call funnel versus directing them to my free class SaaS webinar, then I had to make a whole new funnel, a whole new VSL, which is like a video sales letter, a video designed to sell. And that would make things a lot more complicated for my sales team because we book way more calls. So we probably need to either make our application stricter to book a call or hire more sales reps. So as you see, this ads game is mad fucking complicated. I'd say this easiest solution would just be to run Instagram shout outs on these theme pages so that we could use the same exact funnel, the same exact creative, so that we know all the different shout outs we're running is almost guaranteed to work because it worked on my Instagram account with my organic post. The second least complicated way is just to run Instagram DM ads and use the same exact funnel we've been using and just run my best organic post on Instagram that has millions of views as ads. Also not that complicated. And then the most complicated, to run ads directly to my free class SaaS webinar. So we have the same exact funnel with the free class webinar, but I do have to make new ads for the webinar. And then finally, number 4 is making a whole new funnel with the book a call funnel, meaning I had to build out a whole new VSL, a video sales letter. I had to build out a whole new funnel, which is like a website designed to get people to book a call. Then I had to really manage my sales team to see how the lead quality is and see if we're getting booked out or not, which is also extremely complicated. And then finally, I have to make new ads for that entire funnel too. So a lot of things are mad complicated. So I feel like after a couple months or maybe even a year looking back at this, I'll just be like, damn, Renzo, the answer is so fucking obvious. But for now, it's like, yeah, a lot of choices and a lot of decisions to make. And like the more I go through ads training, like the more I'm like, damn, like what the fuck should I do? I'm leaning toward Instagram shoutouts because that is the most simple. And one of my core values in business is simplicity scales, right? The more complicated you make things, the more chaotic it becomes, and the harder it is to repeat what you're doing multiple times to continue growing your business. So I'm leaning towards shoutouts or DM ads. But yeah, at this point, all I could really control is continuing to make the best organic content possible on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And then eventually, whether we do Instagram shoutouts or official Instagram/meta ads, whatever you choose to do with that, it will all work itself out as long as I continue to be open to learning and improving. I don't know if it's like a mindset belief that like I can't run ads or like I'm not the type of person who can, but if it is required to learn ads and eventually, I don't know, figure out that fucking book a call funnel or run ads to a webinar or even just learn ads in general, being good at ads is what's going to get me to $1 million a month, then I had to grow into the person who can run ads effortlessly. And so I just always like to tell myself like I'm good at ads, like I am good at learning, like I can fucking do this shit. And that's when I'll actually learn to be good at it. A lot to think about, but that's why I'm hitting the hot tub to decompress from all the shit I learned. That's the beauty about these vlogs. You get to see the journey all the way through. You get to see the whole documentation of how I'm going to figure this shit out. And yeah, hopefully in a couple weeks, I will be able to figure this out. But for now, I really just got to make sure I make the right decision here. And whether I do or not, I think will be valuable for you to learn. So yeah, anyways, my arm and shoulder is getting tired holding this iPhone. So I'm going to get out of the hot tub. Let's go.
I was supposed to have a meeting with my accountant, but he canceled last minute because of like a family matter. Honestly, wanted to get that tax meeting out of the way so I could just see the damage on how much taxes we owe. But that's okay, we'll just push it off till Thursday. And so I guess that would make my ass even more motivated to make a fuck ton of money on Thursday, make up for all those taxes. Anyways, got a meeting with my business partners in like 20 minutes. After that, got a meeting with some of my inner circle students where I coach people live. And after that, your boy is chilling. So probably just gonna relax, maybe learn a bit more about ads. And other than that, just a chill little day, I guess.
So first we'll start with an application to be a service provider.
While I'm posting this YouTube video, I just remembered a conversation that I had with my boy Nathan yesterday. He's like the GOAT of ads, running paid traffic on Meta and Instagram. And we had a conversation like dissecting our funnels and different sales processes to convert a complete stranger to a high-paying customer or client. And basically, I realized like we don't do anything great. And what I mean by that is like we convert our leads into customers in a lot of different ways, from our low-ticket VSL, our DM closing, our webinar, our high ticket sales, any of those systems by themselves. Like if we were just a DM close or just doing webinars or just booking calls and closing deals, we wouldn't really be a good business, to be real. We would be like nowhere close to where we are right now. Because we have all these different facets that we could close and convert, like that's why we're making all the money we're making right now. And so a lot of people say to keep things simple and only have one conversion tool or one offer, which I do recommend as a beginner if you're under 10K a month. But what I found, like, making 100K a month online now, it's that sometimes you don't have to be the best at anything, or you don't have to be great at anything. You just have to be just average at a bunch of different facets. All those different averages add up to be one really damn good system. So I find that really interesting while I'm posting this YouTube video. It's like my YouTube is like definitely not the best out there. Same with my Instagram, TikTok, same with our webinar, same with our DM closing. Again, just like everything combined just makes one really good fucking system that actually converts. Don't know what value you want to get out of that. Thought that was interesting. Whew, what a day. I'm still finding myself kind of mental masturbating all day, taking a bunch of meetings. So definitely gonna try to find a way to eliminate more things on my plate in terms of either just getting rid of it entirely, outsourcing, or automating / systemizing it. Because right now I feel like there's still a lot of stuff in my day that I don't have to do, I'm still doing anyway. So I'm currently reading the book, or I guess not reading, but listening to the audiobook, Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. And he basically said like the only thing you should be doing is the overlap between what you love to do and what you're good at. Everything else you should be outsourcing or delegating or completely getting rid of. So yeah, I think the major thing that I want to focus on is being able to make the best YouTube vlogs for you. And that's pretty much it. Everything else in my business, eventually be able to not have to do it. So yeah, still a lot of work to be able to do that. I think I am in the right direction, because compared to like a couple months ago, I was like working all day, every day, trying to start up this new software company. And now my days are kind of chill again, which is pretty dope. But yeah, as always, official numbers for the day. I made $6,240. So pretty good. Finally getting back to my level of standards in terms of how much I should be making per day. So we are on the scaling grind right now. We got all my different sales team members are finally cooking. Feels fucking good, because considering a couple months ago, if you watch any of my past vlogs, I was always saying like, I just gotta figure out how to make the sales team cook. Like, how can I get my high ticket team to finally convert all these calls you're booking? And now, fast forward to today, we're actually cooking, which feels fucking amazing, man. And looking back on all the growth and progress I made the past couple months, feels really cool being able to look back and see all the improvements I made, and all the roadblocks I was saying earlier are finally getting fixed. But yeah, if you are wondering how I'm able to make all this money without doing much work, I just made a free course on YouTube breaking down exactly how I made $2 million profit, just type messages on my phone. You can do it too, or make like 3 to 4K a month from home if you want. It's on YouTube. Just check out this playlist right here and get a pen and paper out, because it's gonna go crazy.